Hi, and today I'm going to show you how to make a song from a single sample. So sometimes it's not easy to come up with inspirations or ideas for creating a song, but to me a song is a bunch of samples arranged together in a certain way to give you a complete song. The samples could include MIDI files and include drum patterns and can include anything, but it's just literally like Lego, putting a bunch of Lego blocks on top of each other. So this might sound a little boring for everyone, so let's just get cracking. So I've actually gone ahead and I've got quite a lot of interesting loops. So I've got some drum loops which are cool. I think I had this Chinese one. I've got some different types of really interesting samples. There was one I liked quite a bit. I'm just trying to find it now. It's this one here. Let's take that sample, let's plop it in there, and it's already looped. Let's listen to it. I really liked it and I wanted to make something from it, so let's extract the MIDI from that. So I'm just going to right click on the sample and just extract the melody. Takes a bit of time, but yeah, I think it's worth doing. So we're going to extract the melody and I'm going to change the sounds of that melody. I actually know what I'm going to do yet. This is the magic of this tutorial. It's not actually a tutorial, it's just me making music and my workflow, but I wanted to show you kind of one of the techniques that I enjoyed using in order to make song. So let's see what comes out. Sorry about the dog barking. I should close that door. I'm going to close that door, just give me a second. Closed. So this is still processing. Hopefully it'll be up soon. So let's just see what comes up. So it's not perfect. Let's just. So that's not sounding good. I'm not sure why that is like that, so just bring that like that. Let's fix that one, and let's listen to the rest. Let's listen to that one. That's a bit high, that one. Don't know why that is so high. Let's just bring it down a bit. Just kill that. So that's a good starting point. We will just let me do a bit of quantizing. Let's hear it again with the click track. Okay, not too bad. So let's put a bit of diva love onto this. Let's get diva going. And let's give it a nice lead or a polysynth. Okay, so what I like that. So what I'm going to do is a couple of things. I'm going to duplicate this diva track. Okay, I'm going to switch that first one off. I'm going to then freeze this track. Because Diva, when I'm not using ASIO, which is what's happening now, Diva kills my machine. So I would need to turn this into a sample. Let's listen to it as a sample. So this is a destructive. I've basically killed the MIDI, and there it is. The MIDI is still alive and well in here. So what I want to do is I want to keep that, and I'm going to go back to this MIDI on the Diva, which is nice, and then I want to just mess around with it. So I'm just going to experiment a little bit. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it down. So let's hear it slow. Okay, it's not terrible. So this is just me getting ideas. So let's duplicate that again, and let's mess around with the slowed down. I'm going to Control J. I'm going to just mess around a bit with this. I'm going to make sure that's set to narrow, which it is. And I'm going to just change some of the notes. So I'm literally playing with the sounds for what my ear tells me might sound good. So let's just listen again. I think to end this, we'll just make this a bit longer. So that it resolves. So that actually isn't too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, I'm going to duplicate that again. I'm going to take these notes from the Diva. I'm going to change the instrument this time to a bass instrument. It's not going to sound good initially, but I'll just change all the sounds around. So I'm just going to make all the notes a bit shorter. I'm going to push them down an octave. Just did a shift down. Okay, so I like that too. So what I don't like is the rhythm of that bass line. So what I'm going to do is go back to my Splice sample kit. I'm going to just look for a nice, let's see if we've got any other synth loops here that sounds nice, but I'm looking for something a bit bassy. Let's just type the word bass in and see what comes up. Future bass. Let's see what comes up there. No, not that one. Not that one. So there's a bit of here we go, bass loops. A bit of trial and error here. Okay, I like that one. So let's bring that one into here. Going to then right click. I'm going to extract the melody from that. So really what I'm trying to do is extract the essence of that bass for the purposes of this song. So there's the essence there. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, the essence is there. I'm not sure there's any quality, but what we're going to do is take the nice sounding Diva. I'm going to push them pretty close to each other. I'm going to duplicate this and turn this into one clip. going to copy all of this MIDI and let's see, maybe this is not going to work out. Let's have a look. Kind of does. So let's do that. So all I'm going to do is all of these things that are now, I can just color them. We can't actually change the color, can we? Can we change the color? No, they all change. So what we're going to do is this note here, I'm going to replace that note with the note of the MIDI. So delete that. So we've got the essence of the MIDI, if that makes sense, but the correct notes for the song. So this is going to take a bit of messing around, just bear with me. I'm not one of these YouTubers that's going to fast forward, unfortunately. I'm just going to just do this real time. I don't spend any time on audio editing. I just like to get these videos out because I'm just so enthusiastic. I will one day spend more time on audio editing, I promise. So it sounds a bit rubbish now, but I hope it's going to sound good. I'm just literally moving these by clicking on the note and just using the up key on the keyboard. Done. So they're very high, the octave is very high, and I'm going to select Control All and push them down an octave. No, I didn't do that right. I am going to push them down an octave. That's better. We're going to get Synth Master. So I'm going to use a Synth Master synthesizer, not Diva. I'm just literally killing my PC just by using Diva too many times. So I'm going to use Synth Master as it's got lower CPU overhead. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Any day now. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's get some sounds going. We'll start with this. Okay, so we're a bit too low here, so let's just increase. Let's put these up an octave. I really like this one here, and I like this one. Let's just choose this one for the sake of choosing something. So we're not going to. So I'm going to bring this sound back in. I'm going to get rid of the original sample of the bass sample. I don't think we'll need this sample anymore either. I'll keep it there anyway. I don't need that sample. Okay, so that sample is going to be frozen because it's Diva. So I'm going to freeze the sample we're going to use. The other samples we're not going to use. Let's freeze that and turn that in and flatten that. So we've just got literally a sample like that. And let's get some reverb going. So we put some Valhalla reverb into the sample, the newly created sample. So let's just put the vintage verb on there. So I've got this plugin called Kick Start, which is literally a sidechain. It does similar to what a sidechain does. And we're going to get a kick going, use a splice kick. I didn't think that was going to work. Sorry, let's put that kick in. The last kick can get removed. Just going to put some more effects on the original synth. I love the Valhalla space modulator, so let's put that in there. Just makes it really wide, just the default even makes it very wide sounding. And on the Synth Master I'm going to group this one instrument. I'm going to duplicate that instrument. It already makes it sound fatter, but actually I really like the other bass sound. So I'm actually going to combine them into one. It really sounds good, doesn't it? So I'm going to combine the two into one. I'm going to glue them together using a glue compressor. I should be EQing them, but I will do that later. A short attack time. Okay, so nice short attack time. Complex Pro. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm finding the song a bit slow, so I'm going to change it to 1, 2, 3. That's it. And the next thing we'll do is we'll turn these kicks into and we'll turn these kicks into a clip. Just by pressing Ctrl J, so we don't have to mess around with them anymore. When that is done, we will add some snares. We're going to add some snares now. Not there in Splice. Just add some Lin snares. All sounding a bit samey, actually, the Lin ones. Nope. Nope. No. It's not the best, but I don't want to spend too much time looking for snare drums, so we'll just use any one that sounds kind of okay. This one sounds okay. No, it sounds terrible. Sorry, I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to go back to the Lin drum and just take the first one that I heard, which wasn't too bad. Let's just use the first one. sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put that in there, 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 and there. Then we'll take a clap. We have claps, Lin claps as well. I've just recently downloaded these Lin drums from Splice, so having a lot of fun with them. They're just not very punchy. Let's go some of the older ones that I had. Nope, that's too old. Let's go down here, drum hit, some claps. This one. All I'm trying to do with the clap really is to get the transient in. So what I'm going to do with the snares is I'm going to take the grid off. I'm going to move the snares just slightly back. Just slightly back. And then I'm going to put this back. I'm going to get the claps just slightly in front of the snare and just kill the tail. I just want that sort of transient. See, without it it's not good, but with it it's much better. Just going to maybe not kill the tail too much, just get rid of that. Now let's hear it. It's too big. Just going to just get rid of this. That will do. So we're going to do the same type of thing. I'm going to just put them in front of the snares. Just make them punchy. I'm going to have to also EQ them, EQ the clap. Just to really kill any of the low end on the clap, as you can really hear it. And on this snare, we'll put some Valhalla, we'll put a bit of reverb. Let's just check out the reverb. Back to the vintage verb. And on the kick, we just won't touch that yet. The bass loop, we've got the compressor. Let's get this going again, the EQ. Unfortunately, the EQ it drives me crazy if I don't have the EQ on early. Just a lot of people put that stuff on at the end, but for me it just needs to be done early. I could just hear how muddy it sounds. Good. So that's about it for that piece. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything that we started with, just destroy so they don't mess me around. I'm going to turn these all into clips by pressing Ctrl J to consolidate them all. Okay, so we've got a nice little loop going there. I'm going to press Ctrl D. I'm going to start the second part of this loop. Noise ends up with hats being introduced, so I'm going to bring some hats in. Just a loop will do for now. So we've got some loops going here. No, get some deep house loops, song starters. Let's use this one here. It's not the best, but we can use it. Actually, it's not too bad. So I'm just going to press Control E and rip that open so I've got that in the loop. I'm going to then select the sample and just make it a bit quieter just by actually decreasing the volume on the sample. And we need EQ, unfortunately, so we'll just go back to the EQ plugin. By the way, I've never bothered getting Q3 because Q2 is so good. I know it's just come out and everyone thinks it's amazing. Sorry, oh, wrong way around. Sorry. So the Q2 does the job for me. So that will do. So we got that. The actual instrument, the Diva instrument, is starting to sound a bit boring. So I'm going to just literally chop up bits and pieces and press Control E, Control E, Control E, and another Control E there. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to take that out. I'm going to move that there. I'm going to move that one into here. I'm going to move that one out the way. This one here and this one. I don't know if I'm putting it back to where I originally put it. Let's just mix it up a bit. And let's hear it. No, that doesn't work. So I'm going to delete things. Deleting sometimes helps. So let's just move this way. That didn't work. So let's move this one here. Let's reverse that. Let's take that out of the way. Let's move that in here. Chop that. Reverse. And just move these around. So I'm just literally playing with the sounds based on what I think sounds good. And that's a new sample, so I'm just going to consolidate that into a single sample. So if we listen to the whole thing, I know it can get repetitive, but just listen to the whole thing. So what we're going to do is, actually I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. What we're going to do is we're going to click Automate. We're going to get to Automation mode. We're going to get the Valhalla piece in Automated. We're going to literally just use the drawing tool. We're going to just literally make it loud. We're going to increase the reverb at the beginning of the song. So that intro is a bit short, so I'm going to copy that and put it in here, and I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to reverse this. I'm going to introduce the bass loop a little bit later. Let's see what it sounds like without the clap. Clap needs something, so we just put a small small delay on the clap. You know what? It doesn't actually need anything. I'm going to get rid of the delay. I'm going to use the reverb. That's better. Okay, so that's all pretty cool. I'm not sure about the intro, but that's fine. That can always be fixed. So basically, I'm going to loop this section here again, and then I'm going to take out that bit there and just listen to it without that lead bit. It's sounding pretty funky, isn't it? So I'm going to need some more percussion here, and just to give it that bit extra. So let's just see what Splice has got for us. I usually would spend a lot more time than this getting the loop that I need. It takes a long time to make songs sound good. I would normally even have in my mind how I want it to sound, but really now I'm just looking at anything. Let's see what this one sounds like. No good. Let's get rid of that and let's listen to this one. Let's listen to this one. Let's slow it down. Just an instinct. Oh, that's faster. Let's get those two mixed up. No. Instinct bad. Let's see what Cashmere's got for us. Normally has some nice stuff. That's not too bad. Try this one here. Let's make it slower. Let's get the other one in actually and make that slower. No, it doesn't work. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. It doesn't sound terrible, and I just want, just for the purpose of this song, to just give it something extra anyway. It's not bad actually. Just going to put the Pro Q in there. No, I'm just reducing the volume, but that didn't work. So this is good. So so what I want to do now is then duplicate that further and change the bass. So let's change the bass. So one of my techniques, you'll probably see in my other videos, is to shift just keep the same bass notes, but shift them. So one thing I could do is move them back a bit. So let's see what happens. It's not too bad, or we can move them forward a bit. I like that. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to actually delete this completely, delete this time, and just have it like this. So just to hear the transition, okay? Okay, so you can hear that sort of transition, and then we will copy this again, not the bass note, the whole thing. We will copy that again, and then what it needs is the bass to be duplicate, and we need another lead part here, which is different to the original lead part that we had, which is not bass. Okay, so we're going to go back to our synth master. I'm going to just get a different sort of lead instrument. Oh, it would be good if we looped it. That's better. And so, loop the wrong thing. Let's loop that one. Okay. Synth master is just amazing. So anyway, we're not, well, let's just hear what it sounds like because I actually like the sound of it. Oh my god. Oh yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to continue with this video any further, just to show you that from one sample you can come up with a pretty decent song, and that was the purpose of this video. So I really hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to ask, and yeah, look forward to making the next video. Thank you very much and have a good one. See you later.